And it's time for another tech tip from the Uplogix Professional Services Department. Today we'll be demonstrating how to integrate your Uplogix deployment with ServiceNow. As you can see here, we've got a ServiceNow instance running, and what we'll be looking at today is setting up your Uplogix deployment to send emails to ServiceNow, which ServiceNow will automatically turn into incidents. So here's our local manager, an Uplogix 500, which we're using to manage a router, a switch, and a Tate radio here. Now, as part of the setup for this, there are a couple things we need to do. First of all, the local manager needs to have access to an email server that it can use to send out email alerts when it has problems. Additionally, we've created a user who is subscribed to alerts on this unit and will be receiving the emails using a POP server. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and log into this local manager. Currently it's got no alarms, but we'll fix that. So one of the things we're doing with this local manager, as I said, we're connected to a Cisco router and switch here. And if we look at the monitors that I've got scheduled, we're running a monitor that checks the status of the gigabit Ethernet 00 and then evaluates the data on that with interface basic rule set. Long story short, every 30 seconds or so, the local manager runs a show interface on that gigabit interface, and if it sees any problems, it generates alarms, which will be passed along via email to ServiceNow. There it is, checking CPU utilization, and there's our gigabit Ethernet 0 status. So if I go ahead and connect to the console port of this router and shut down that interface, we'll start to see alarms. Now you note that we pulled the running config at the beginning of this interaction so that if I were to, for example, cut off access to the branch office where this device is, the local manager could then undo that change if I lost connection. And the way that it does that is at the end of the session, it pulls the running config and compares them. And you can see that it's noticed that I've shut down this interface. If I don't commit the change, it'll roll that back, but we don't need to for this test. And as you can see, our rule set has detected that protocol and operational states are now down for gigabit Ethernet 00 here. And with the heartbeat to the control center, these alarms have been promoted up. You can see they're showing up on port 1 here. And now that I've logged out, the local manager should be sending emails to ServiceNow, which, again, ServiceNow will take those emails and automatically turn them into incidents. So, as we can see, we've got a new incident today. And if I click on the incident number, we can see the details about the alarm, protocol and operational state down on gigabit Ethernet 0 on eval part 4. And as it continues to send emails, they will be added to this same incident. Of course, at this point, you can go ahead and recategorize this as is appropriate. And here we can see the second email has been added to the work notes. So to resolve this incident, we'll go ahead and log back into the device here, the router in question. Go ahead and give it a no shut. So as you can see, the alarms are clearing on the interface, and with the problem remediated and the alarms clearing, we can go ahead and mark this as resolved in ServiceNow and continue with our day. Thanks for watching another tech tip from Uplogix Local Management.